Boy got one last time. KT versus Longzhu, game number 2. Twisted Fate, the first ban against Coco. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, Cogmob ban once again on the red side. This time it will be Longzhu taking out that pick. And their AD carry banning ways continue, but Jack's been doing well on this Lucian recently.
Yeah.
And that forced KT into an awkward position at the AD carry last time. They're going to squeeze the AD carry pool again.
Yeah, Kalista taken out. And we will see what the last ban is going to be for KT. Who do they want to pick first? I wonder. Do they want to really try hard to take that gangplank away? Seems logical.
Nope. It's going to be Bard.
Okay.
Sticking with that. So now...
Well, I'm wondering if they're going
Corki?
for the GP first pick.
They could be going for Corki or GP.
True.
Depending.
I think Longzhu gets to kind of decide that. Alistar's still available too. As is Udyr, the power pick. We all know and love. There's the GP ban. Okay. So Alistar or Corki. And it's probably going to be the Corki. Yep.
So is it going to be Nidalee Alistar for Longzhu? They banned the Nidalee last game against KT, but it is Chaser's favorite jungler.
Chaser had a great game on that Elise last time too, so they could grab that Nidalee, but I think he'd do just fine on really anything. They will grab the Nidalee though.
Yeah. It's just such a high priority pick for Chaser. He does wonderful things with that champion, just like we saw Peanut doing in our last series. If you guys missed that, Peanut successfully denied Spenu all buffs. Yeah. Every single buff in the game went to Peanut.
Yeah, Spenu did not get a single of their buffs in game 2.
Or
He gave a couple of them away.
Or
yeah.
Kuro, but it's just, it was a ridiculous jungle performance.
So Lucian seems logical. Want to keep that away from Captain Jack.
Well, the pool, because the AD carry pool has been squeezed so significantly, they need to take the Lucian here, and since they already have the Corki, and then it's kind of like, what will Jack play after that point?
It seems like KT could set up the pretty typical triple AD poke comp that we've been seeing. They could still grab the Graves, even though Graves has been nerfed a little bit. But
yeah, they can also take the Braum, which is more than likely what they're going to end up as a support pick, especially if they grab that Lucian. And they're going to blind pick the Fiora. Okay.
That is bold. Let's see what the response is going to be. Probably not Rengar. Go for the Poppy, maybe? Poppy did get a little bit of nerfs, but still seems okay.
The question really is, what is Jack going to do? Is he going to go for that Ashe or the Ezreal? Of course, that would give someday some nice room to scale with the Fiora. If he's going to take the Ezreal, there wouldn't be as fast of a push coming in from Longzhu in this game, and so they may be able to keep their turrets up for a little bit longer.
What's it going to be?
Blind picking the Cassiopeia. That would be interesting. I think taking the Poppy and the Ezreal is definitely the safer call here for Longzhu. Go ahead and save a counter pick in the mid lane.
All right, yep, Poppy Ezreal. I would love to see Coco take the chase, but it's been a while.
Wow, instant lock on that Trundle.
Yeah.
So, in fact, we will not be seeing the Braum. Going to take the Trundle instead for some more disengage with the Pillar and the Elise as well. So no surprise for score. Setting up a strong 4-1 split push here. Very easily able to take turrets with the Trundle, zoning people off the turret with his Pillar, and Corki and Lucian should make short work of the tower during any sieges. So dedicated, really, 4-1 split here from KT Rolster.
So do you go full poke with Longzhu?
You could try and match poke for poke here. I think that you probably should just take Victor because you have very low wave clear right now. You need some form of wave clear.
Lulu is actually still available.
That's true.
Believe it or not, yeah. Falling all the way through.
Very rare that we would see that. But the Corki definitely going to be a better pick. And the Lulu is probably going to be locked in and just make it about this Ezreal. But this is a low damage composition, or one that's going to take a long time to scale up. And we saw that SK Telecom tried to play the Lulu Ezreal. It's just not great. because you have Lulu, and it seems like with Lulu, it's better to have something with more auto attack damage that stands in the front line, like a Kog'Maw or a Lucian. Obviously, those picks were unavailable right here.
Tristana was available, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sold on Tristana right now. But Ezreal, I just don't... He's better at kiting than he is at anything else, obviously, with all his movement and the fact that he itemizes into Iceborne Gauntlet very naturally. We'll see if Longzhu can pull it off. SK Telecom really floundered. It's going to take a while, though, for Captain Jack to get to a point where he can carry this game. But if he does, he's got a ton of heals and shields and everything coming in from Nidalee and from Lulu. And he will be really difficult to kill.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a good way to lock down that Lucian, too, if Flame is able to get on him with the Poppy W. Lucian won't be dashing anywhere anytime soon.
Indeed, so interesting to see if Longzhu can make it into that ultra carry status of the Ezreal in the late game, and how well he'll synergize with that Lulu, which isn't the most natural choice, I think, for a team composition. Not that it won't work, it's just, I think, less than ideal. Meanwhile, KT, they get into that late game with a Fiora. No one's going to be able to stop Sunday, so could be interesting.
That's right. We'll see if KT can tie it up. Time to get in the game. And welcome once again to Summoner's Rift. Longzhu looking to end their season on a very high note. Win over SK Telecom and maybe a win over KT Rolster here at the very end.
That would show some really good improvement from this team. And
yes, it would.
With the amount of money that Longzhu is spending to make this team a powerhouse, it would be...
My birthday? I don't know. You tell me. I guess we don't know for sure.
I mean, certainly he can't remember if it's technically his birthday or not. He was just told.
Yeah. I feel like BDD should conveniently forget when his birthday is so he can start playing. He's like, yeah, I was totally born a year earlier. It'll be soon, BDD. Don't need to wait much longer.
Yeah, we're nearly there into the BDD zone.
Happy BDD day.
Which is good because Sky has been playing not well.
Yeah. Did she just draw a picture of Teemo on the ground?
I guess she did.
Weird. Why would Fiora do that? Project Teemo teaser?
Ugh, the stupid champion. They should just remove it from the game already.
No, man. Get rid of Ziggs first. I'd rather see Ziggs go than Teemo.
I like Ziggs as a concept, though. I don't like Teemo even as a concept.
I like Teemo more as a concept.
You just like him because he's not played in professionally, so you never have to see him. Really? Okay. Let me ask you a legitimate question.
Sure. Go ahead.
You're playing game of solo queue.
I am. Okay.
Would you rather have someone lock in Teemo or Ziggs?
On my team, Ziggs. On the other team, Teemo.
There you go.
Either way, I'd be happy to see Teemo.
All right. Well, Chaser's
just gonna grab that blue buff away. Score chases. There's a flash. Fly over the wall. Might have to give that one back. Chaser trying to get away, and first blood goes over to Fly. Whoops. Chaser, you are not Peanut. I'm sorry.
Well, let's talk about the difference. Look at where the minion waves are right now.
Yeah.
When the invade came through. The difference between what we saw Longzhu do right there, what we saw the Tigers do in the first series of the night, is that those waves in top and mid were pushed all the way in so that the Tigers could respond faster. In this particular case, both Fiora and Corki were able to get out of their lanes and into the river to shut that down. So that's not good pressure play right there, and that is a punishment on a misplay from the lanes. So that's the difference between the Rocks Tigers and their shot calling and Longzhu Gaming right there, everybody.
All right, now we know. Knowing is half the battle.
It was really the whole battle in that situation.
Well, I'm talking about like half the long-term battle. Hachani comes up to try to harass this red buff a little bit.
Chaser, come
Chaser,
on, buddy.
what are you doing, bro? All right, you don't have flash, but you can hop into the dragon pit.
He got out of that one, but Fly was on the collapse again. Still, that was less risky because of the positioning of the bottom lane where Arrow couldn't really contribute to that. But Chaser, he's going to go in and take a red buff. And then head back to his own jungle.
Yep. level down on score for the moment. Flame a little bit behind in CS, but not too far behind. But, I mean, like we talked about earlier, this is a Longzhu composition that's going to take a while to ramp up. Long while.
Yeah. It's just a matter of sitting and waiting, but do see a pretty nice little lead there for KT, even at this early stage of the game. So if they can snowball off of that and start their split pushing, they will be in a really good situation.
Yep.
I would have liked the Braum pick a little more than the Trundle. Like, they saw the Ezreal pick already, and at least with the Braum, you can protect your minion waves, so it makes your pushing more effective, because they really shouldn't be looking to fight here. And sure, the Trundle can push the Ezreal off the turret with the pillar, but it doesn't stop the Ezreal ultimate, and that's what is going to be very useful for them, keeping their turrets up during these sieges.
Flame with a nice W as Someday was dashing in. Caught him for a little bit of knock up into some trade damage.
Looks nice, having that W against the Fiora.
Yeah.
Just a bit of a waiting game now.
Yeah.
It's the great scaling that both teams want to do.
Pretty much. The games have been quicker tonight, though.
Yeah, they've been very, very fast.
Yeah.
But this one will not be fast, though.
Probably. Both teams are going to probably play it pretty safe. Except for Chaser, who will give over a kill early on, but probably not anymore anytime soon.
It's all right. He temporarily took their blue buff before donating it to the mid laner.
He was just bringing it there, you know? He was like a blue buff delivery system. It's like, don't leave mid lane. I'll bring it right over.
Yep, he's basically the League version of a courier. You know, they don't have them in League of Legends, so he was he's just playing Dota there for a minute.
Just get your opponent to do it for you, yeah. That's right.
It's like, I'm the courier. Here we go.
Well, anyone who says that denying doesn't exist in League of Legends didn't watch that, a second Rocks Tigers versus Spaniard game. That's all I got to say about it. Score is looking to come in here, but Coco's pretty far back in lane. I don't think they need to be too worried about it. Meanwhile, Chaser killing the pink ward.
He's on ward hunting duty right now and Raptor clearing duty.
Yep.
So pretty even between the two junglers right now. Italy hasn't been able to escape with a big CS advantage. Oops! Score tried to repel to the Raptors, but they weren't there. So unable to get over that wall, has to take the unfortunate long way around, and now it's the death squad of Chaser and Pure.
Yeah, trying to come in onto Score. Score.
Oh,
recalls.
They need to get out of here.
This could be interesting. Score comes in. They're going to knock him up.
Oh, it's actually really good, though.
Nachani's right there. Yeah, Arrow and Nachani joining immediately. Chaser in big trouble. There he goes soon. All right, just going to give that one over, I guess.
He bounced into the wall.
Whoops.
All right, Chaser. It's time for you to stop these invades, because he called Pure up there.
Yeah.
And now they burned a bunch of summoners, so Chaser has a tendency to get a little bit tilty when this happens. And we'll have to watch him carefully to see if he's going to hold it together for this series or not.
If they lose this one, it might be time to swap junglers, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you might do that. I mean, Chaser had a great game #1, but this is getting ridiculous. He's not playing around his lanes. The communication that looked so crisp in game 1 has just been collapsing here in game #2. And if you're trying to scale with an Ezreal, you probably shouldn't be invading the bottom side of the map there. It does make it a lot more challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to show off, and he's kind of falling flat on his face at this point. I mean, the thing is, as a jungler, you get inspired by that game that Peanut played. You're like, yeah, I can do that on Italy.
Well,
no problem. But
it just goes to show how much of a team effort it is from the Rocks Tigers. Like, it's actually fascinating to look at both of these matches tonight and contrast the Nidalee performance from these teams, which has not been so much about mechanics, just about game knowledge and teamwork and awareness, map awareness.
Yeah. Flame jumps back up into the top lane. Just more farming. got the Rift Sculler.
And it's also making it really hard for Flame in the top lane, because this Elise is now constantly getting into that deep wards into the top side with every death that Chaser has. So Score doing a really good job of just controlling the map right now, and just Chaser unable to get the same amount of vision that Score can.
Well, Coco's been perpetually falling behind in CS as well. A little bit down to fly at the moment.
Coco come around, take away this blue buff now. Pretty easy transfer. Means that Chaser still focusing mostly on farming out his own jungle. Everything going according to plan for KT though.
Yeah.
Someday not really harassed in the top side. He's had all those wards helping him out, so he's been able to play confidently and go even in lane and just work his way up into split pushing zone. Meanwhile, Arrow, of course, taking that advantage in the bottom side of the map. And that means that this Ezreal's been slowed down, so everything's going KT's way right now.
And it's certainly a bit worrisome if you're Longzhu. I mean, you kind of have to play for the super late game at this point.
Your towers are getting chipped too. That's a major problem. Solution is doing some work. Chaser now going to come for a lane gank.
Yeah, Captain Jack already very, very low. Going to try to get away. Pops his summoner heal. Saves that flash.
If Johnny had used Ignite there, they would have gotten that kill.
Probably.
Wow, that was actually really bad. That's a huge mistake. That was a guaranteed kill with that Ignite, and they just didn't use it. No reason to hold on to it either. Just absolutely
Whoa,
none.
Pure going in with the knockup right as the two-shot barrage comes through.
Sloppy. So that gives them a chance to get back into this game. If they had killed Captain Jack right there, guaranteed turret, and they wouldn't be able to push out the lane like this. Jack able to heal up with the Alistar and just with some potions. That's very disappointing, Dilla.
I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for the Ignite.
I mean, anything. They didn't use any summoners.
Yeah.
They could have killed him with Flash, too. I mean, that's not the best way to do it, but
whatever works.
literally anything.
Revive.
I mean, Jack had
That wouldn't have killed
Jack had the Flash, so I guess they shouldn't have gone in for a Flash afterwards, but the Ignite definitely a mistake.
Captain Jack slowed down. Gets the arcane shift over the pillar, though.
The problem with playing Trundle into Ezreal, too, is that the pillar is nowhere near as punishing against Ezreal as against other AD carries, because you can just pop right over the top of it.
Yeah. Flame has actually managed to find a gold lead up in top. It's very small, but it's there. Or not necessarily gold lead, but CS lead.
Yeah.
Probably gold lead.
All right, are they going to dive this? Score is waiting. Shot barrage already used.
Captain Jack with no summoner heal. There's the pillar going down. Captain Jack, the Ignite flash immediately. Captain Jack trying to get out of there. They get him anyway. Another kill for KT. Score maybe in trouble. Everybody teleporting down to that bot lane. Coco flashing. There's a wild growth. Doesn't catch Arrow with it though. And Chaser not able to do quite enough damage. Goes back into Hachani. Gets dived on immediately by Someday. And Longzhu can't really make this work. KT could maybe re-engage this. Looks like they want
should,
to.
Yeah.
Score and Fly poking from the side. They've got Pure and Coco trapped on the turret. Yeah, Someday. There's the ult right now for that Fiora. Going on to Pure. Gets it. Gets the heal. Meanwhile, Fly able to get that kill onto Pure. Double kill for him. And Longzhu, as hard as they were winning in game number 1, they seem to be losing this one almost as hard.
Why did Pure not ult right there? That was really
That's a good
weird.
question.
He still had ult on the re-engage, and he didn't even use it then. Maybe he didn't have mana, but the fact that the Alistar ult was never used in that dive, and KT made the right call. Flame had his TP down, so there was no following from the top side. But Alistar looks like he has. Let's see what he does here, because
He's got mana.
He's certainly not ulting. Why you no ult?
He just kind of walked around and died.
I guess he wanted to use his mana for Pulve instead. Okay.
Huh.
There's no good choice right there if you don't have mana. Like, you can, even if you live for a long time, if you can't crowd control them, then it becomes very difficult. Flame did take the top turret in response, but they're still looking at a 3K gold deficit, 2.5K here after that play.
It's a massive lead for KT right now, and they get the first dragon too.
Yeah, very important. And KT, we know they have a 100% win rate when they get the first dragon. They are really, really good at controlling dragon and getting 5 stacks.
That's right. And now on to Coco, who has no flash, no way to really get out of this unless Pure can block enough for him. It looks like he can. Tense moment, though.
So Fly doing well in this Corki. He hasn't had that many great games this season, but he's got 3 kills so far, already with the Trinity Force and a CS lead. Of course, Corki is an incredibly powerful mid laner right now, huge lane bully, but he's making it work, and he showed up in that bottom side to pick up some kills.
Yeah, Corki did get a couple nerfs in 6.3, but it doesn't really seem to be hurting too much.
This is getting pretty disastrous for Longzhu now, and I just don't like Ezreal Lulu. I don't know what it's supposed to do, really. I wasn't impressed when SK Telecom played it, and I'm not impressed right now. The lane is just so weak for Ezreal, and the Lulu, it just doesn't synergize as well as many other AD carries would.
You know, if Poppy was coming down and kind of being part of these team fights, you know, the Lulu would be much better with the wild growth with the engage, but
well, Poppy couldn't come down.
Exactly.
Didn't have TP.
If Poppy's not there, then
it was a good.
Well, what does this Lulu do?
It was a good play by KT to take advantage of their situation.
Yeah. I guess maybe you can wild growth onto Pure for the engage, but it's nice if Alistar hits his ultimate too. Yeah. Well, it's surprising to see things go so far the other way after how good Longzhu looked in game number 1.
See how well they can play from behind, because they're going to have to really grind this one out, and even if they do, what is their answer to Sunday's Fiora? Yeah, don't really have one. Although Sunfire Cape was buffed on this patch, which is actually great to contain Fiora with Poppy, because she has faster minion wave clear now. It does full damage to minions, and that's actually a pretty big buff when it comes to tanks dealing with split pushers.
True.
It's more significant, I think, than most people probably realize.
Chaser's there. And are they going to make a play? Meanwhile, Coco in trouble in the mid lane. No turret to hide behind. Wild growth on himself. But Fly still gets a kill anyway. 4-0-0 now on that Corki.
So easy to pick up that kill. He had no flash in the mid lane. Way overextended. And look, there are pink wards on either side of the mid lane. He had no vision. Just really poor map play there.
No defense at all now for the mid lane tier 2.
Yeah, and they've got the Rift Herald. They may just keep going with this.
Could be.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Jack, does he get away?
Oh,
I love it.
Snap.
The manor. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Captain Jack not going to escape out of this one.
Wow.
That was beautiful. Play of the year by Achani right there. Troll. So troll. Oh, Chaser gets caught.
He's role playing or troll playing.
He's troll playing.
Troll play.
Literally troll. That was great. That was great.
Well, this is a very different game than game number 1. At least KT still at high spirits here, and they're just going to keep collapsing on these turrets. And there's really nothing Longzhu can do. It's too much of a deficit now. They're just going to get destroyed.
Yeah, Coco. He does exactly what he can do to defend this turret. Flame TP's down. He'll lose a lot of his progress up in top lane. Probably going to lose his turret as well.
Remember that Longzhu did this to themselves. They were the ones who banned all the AD carries and then gave up the first pick Corki, didn't take the Lucian, and then gave that away too. And they ended up sort of with this awkward team composition with Ezreal. So not sure what their plan was in the draft here. It really did work well in game number 1, but they were on blue side, so.
Yeah, pretty rough pick ban for Longzhu. And now what? You're pretty far down.
You get wrecked, though.
7,000 down at 18 minutes.
They can't stop this. They can't stop the siege. Yeah. The poke is really, really strong now.
Flame's turret stayed alive. I'm kind of surprised about that.
Well, he got the turret down when KT dove the bottom side, so he's had a long lane to work with. Fiora's Sunday's just been playing cautiously on the top side because he's just letting his team make the plays and farming up. He knows he'll be a threat. No need to take risks and overextend and die right now.
True.
With his mid laner at 5-0-1, I think you can just play cautiously and get carried.
Yeah. Yeah, Longzhu is going to need kind of a miracle to get out of this one.
KT, they're just playing a clean game since the get-go. Both these games, it really shows that both these teams know how to snowball. I mean, we're saying that before KT actually wins this game. Of course, there still could be some sort of epic throw that happens.
I mean, so far so good though.
Yeah, so far really good.
We can't predict the future, Monte Cristo. We can only comment on the likelihood of the outcome.
Like 99% at this point for KT.
Yeah. Captain Jack will probably never get to the point he can carry. Oh, red buff taking my fly.
Yeah, remember, Corky did have some boss bomb nerfs in this patch.
Yeah.
But still going strong on 6.3.
Damage seems good. I mean, Captain Jack doesn't even have his Manamune right. So, good luck.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. It's a rough game for Captain Jack. Had a great game one. Ezreal may not be his forte right now.
Nope. Well, an attempt to defend the bottom lane tier 2. Captain Jack takes a lot of damage from the culling. Ooh, a lot of damage. Johnny takes a bite, and that's the turret gonna go down. Captain Jack on the run, score, comes in for the kill. Gets exhausted on the way, but he'll be just fine. Captain Jack overstayed his welcome a bit there.
Yeah, really nice dive. Takes out the turret too, so now we are here. 10-0 kills for KT at 20 minutes. This is going to be a dead inhibitor.
Yeah, without the turret kill for Longzhu, it was going to be pretty close to a perfect game.
This is the problem with KT, though, is that they haven't had that many strategies this season. Basically, this has been their only functioning strategy, which is 4-1 split push, arrows on Lucian. That's the way they've won games.
Yeah.
They haven't done it very many other ways, so they're good at this. It's just a matter of, can they actually invent enough effective lane-winning team compositions that they could play like this every game? I think the answer is no.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what we've seen from them.
I feel like with things being kind of back and forth like this too, it really does, in my mind anyway, solidify Samsung and Jin Air as kind of the number 2 teams in Korea. Jin Air a little bit above.
It may be Jin Air. It's so hard to say, right?
Yeah,
because
it is.
Jin Air lost to Longzhu. That was in the first week of the season. That was Solon played game number 1.
Things have changed
Yeah,
a lot
things
since then
have
for both
changed.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the first few weeks, how dominant KT and SKT looked, and now, you know, you look where both of these teams are at, especially SKT. A lot has changed in the just the first half of the season.
Yeah, it's good to see KT doing this, though, because they did start out, even though they were winning, as just a really slow 5 dragon stack
Yeah.
team, and they accelerated the pace quite a bit since then. Hey, Hachani.
Oh, Hachani, you may not want to be there. Meanwhile, Fly zoning Coco out of the bottom of that fight. Hachani a little bit low. Doesn't matter. He's Trundle.
Yeah, had to use his ult. Now, here we go, Doa.
Yeah, someday in Flame. Someday looking for that kill. Dives the turret. Can he get the kill? I'm not sure. There's a knockup. Someday needs to run. Flame may go in on this one. Wow, did he actually riposte that? Maybe.
Yep.
Someday coming back in again. And they're just going to duel down to low health. Nobody goes down. Meanwhile, KT takes out that tier 2 turret up in top lane.
Yeah, it's all they have to
continues.
do is buy time. They're getting more and more gold,
Yeah.
increasing their lead. Someday does have to back off and try and go take some buffs out of the jungle. So that's going to be it for now, but nice engage.
Yeah, they're going to try to make it work. Arrow takes a huge amount of damage before they turn this one around. Fly picks up that kill onto Pure. That's a double kill now for Fly. Flame on the attack. He wants one. Arrow trying to use him anyways, but there we go. Flame with at least 1 kill. 1 kill for Longzhu this game. But I think this one's pretty much over. There goes Nexus turret number 1. There goes Nexus turret number 2. And there goes the Nexus. Hachani just styling in front of the fountain as KT will tie up this series. GG.
Yeah, we've had 2 very one-sided games, each team efficiently snowballing out of an early game advantage.
Yep.
Perhaps we will see a more tightly contested game.
My birthday?
Number 3. Fly is confused. He got his microphone, though.
I guess.
Okay, Arrow.
Well, yeah, if you say so, man. So, Flame, yeah, how about the game 2? Well, KT ties up the series. And I guess we're going to game 3.
Someday and Fly doing some work right there. Fly really coming out ahead in the champion damage. The scaling just not there after Chaser bungles in the jungle early on.
Yeah, he tried to be a peanut, but
oh boy, is it crash time, Doa? I love
I hope
Crash.
so. I hope so. I hope it's crash
love
time.
Crash.
Please let it be crash time. Crash time is the best time for Longzhu.
Chaser's really fun to watch, but Crash is just really exciting as a new player. So it is a pleasure to watch him jungle.
Very much. And Arrow, a little bit better game on Lucian, but that's kind of what we've come to expect. Let's see who takes it when we get back in just a few minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere.